Hello, welcome. Welcome to everyone. You're listening to Father Shawn's Paranormal Ministry. I'm Annette Munich, his co-host. Sadly, he is not able to join us again today. He's dealing with some medical issues with his wife. And we do have a GoFundMe page, Sharon Whittington. And I can put the link below. And anybody that's listening after this show, you'll be able to see that. And all of your prayers and contributions are really appreciated. He's very sorry he's not able to be here. Father Shawn Whittington is a Catholic priest with the Old Catholic Church. He's known for being on Eli Roth presents the Legion of Exorcists. I couldn't think of his name for 1 second. Eli Roth presents the Legion of Exorcists, and that started on the Travel Channel, but now it's available on many different platforms, including Max and Discovery Plus. Father Shawn is also the author of 2 really interesting books, God, Ghosts, and the Paranormal Ministry, 1 and 2. And these books are really, really fascinating and scary stories about his true cases. Today, we're doing Happy Medium Monthly, and we have the wonderful Happy Cape Cod Medium Susan Ahearn with us. And I also have a few new books to announce. One is James Baxter's The Hazing of Billy Common. And that is a really interesting story about a boy that tragically loses his life in a high school baseball hazing incident, and explores the important topic of hazing. I also have Billy Rabbit Saves the Day, a children's book. You might like that for Easter. A very cute story. And both of those books are available on Amazon, paperback, Kindle. Hazing of Billy Common is also hardcover. And I believe it will be audiobook, but it is brand new as of today. My friend Roberta's here. I have to give her a heart. We love our chatters. And Roberta and I, we've been friends since back in the day in Chicago when we were waitresses back in the 80s. So we go back a while. She's my special friend. And we want to say hello to Linda. Thank you so much for joining us. And I'm going to bring Susan on right now. Hello, Susan. I hate being the big picture. I hate my whole face built. And
you're in the big seat
I don't know why I could not think of Eli Roth.
Isn't that so fun? Oh, I do that all the time.
And I have a notebook here with notes, but I wasn't going to pick it up today because I know all that stuff. Yeah. I wasn't going to pick it up, but when it's time to say it, it's like,
I make up my own words sometimes. People are like, that's not even a word. I'm like, it is now.
Well, so wonderful to have you joining me. We're going to have a good time. We got a few people coming in to the chat room. And Susan will take questions and do readings for people today. So if you want to put a message in chat, when we see that, we'll address it. And until we have a few questions, I'd like to ask you your thoughts and opinions on people talking about star seeds and indigo children and that kind of thing.
Yeah, no, totally. You know what? I was thinking, while we were doing the introduction, I raced out and I got the light up cat balls.
Nice.
And we haven't done that in a long time.
We haven't. We should do that.
I don't know if you can see it though. Can we see that?
Yes, I can see it.
Oh, you can? Okay,
yeah.
I can't see it from where I'm
at. It's in the Vision Square. When you see yourself, you can see it on the there. That helps.
Okay.
Oh, Carl's here. Hi, Carl.
Hey, my buddy Carl.
Carl's wonderful.
Yeah. He's got some great books too. I love all the books that you've got when you post them.
I've been busy, and I'm very blessed. I have a lot of gratitude for this because the books are interesting. I'm loving it. good material, good conversations, and just a big boom, for
Yep.
business. I've
Yep.
already done more books this year than I do all of some years.
Mm-hmm. That
No
is good.
kidding. And I didn't think it was going to come back around. And I will say that I've been hoping and praying for a renaissance. And I think that that's what we need. I think we need, and I think we're coming out of a dark age. I do, where everything has been a lot of, no matter who you are, what you think, you can't deny that there's just been so much corruption. We're finding out things, and we've
Mm-hmm.
been controlled by powerful people with agendas, and
Mm-hmm.
everything's felt kind of heavy for a long time. And a lot of, doom scrolling on the screens,
Yep.
and I do it too. But to go back into creative endeavors, reading more, writing more,
Mm-hmm.
um, back into ourselves, our families, our communities. I think that that's where the journey is going to be most important, so that we don't become passive minded, dependent on the world to entertain us, no longer think, no longer use our imagination,
Right.
you know,
You're
and
gonna
then
see that
our
when we,
emotions controlled,
yeah,
through that.
yeah, we're gonna see that as we're moving to a place of lack, not readily having all of the things that we were used to having, that we're going to, hey, MK, hi, love. This is another friend of mine, a radio friend of mine.
Sweet. Hi,
Yeah,
MK. Welcome.
yeah.
And here's
She's nice.
Carrie. Carrie's awesome. She always has a lot of good comments. I enjoy her.
Mm-hmm. So as we're moving into the space of, we're going to be adjusting to the things that we can't get, or we have this hard time. They're just not making them, or we can't get them here or wherever we are at. That you're going to be adjusting, and it's going to take us back to a place that's sentimental and is feel good, and that's where the books come back in. That's what I feel. I feel those are the times when we're going to be sit and we're going to be quiet, and it's going to help us with our central nervous system. It's quieting ourselves, taking those moments.
I love that. And I always say to people, if they don't like reading, I think they just didn't find their genre yet. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of books can really help you find a lot of meaning to life. I don't like seeing so much nihilism.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a lot of books can really inspire you to think deeply, and even provoke a change in the way you see yourself in the world.
Yep.
And really wonderful stuff. Here's a Monique. My apologies if I said that wrong, hon. She brought up Project Hail Mary, which is a new movie. I was just talking about that yesterday.
Oh,
That movie's doing very well at the box office. That came from a book, excuse me, a sci-fi adventure.
oh, that's
So
cool.
very, very nice.
I have someone coming through already, and I usually don't do that. For MK, her dad came through in spirit, and he's saying hello. Something about Easter. I don't know if that was a special time in your family that you all gathered and it was something that he liked celebrating, or is going to be celebrating with you. It just feels very sentimental. He came in with the sentimental. So, MK, your dad's around you. That's so beautiful. That usually doesn't happen on the show. So this is really special.
I love that.
Yeah.
I really, and I was very close to my dad. Now I make it all about myself, but I was very close with my dad, and he's someone that I never had an encounter with at all after he died. But if I dream of him, I always dream of him in his little boat fishing, which is what he liked to do. So
Love
if you
that.
asked my dad when he was alive, what's heaven if you could go there, that's what it would be.
Yeah. And that's
And
usually
he
what they do.
waves.
They'll go to a place where they're most comfortable, that brought them most joy. Yeah, that's what they'll be. It's kind of cool. Now, do they stay there in a boat the whole time? No, he's off doing his stuff, but that's how he's choosing to represent to you through dreams. So I
It's
love that.
a good way to tell me I'm happy, I'm peaceful.
Yeah, and you understand that. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. Heidi's here. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, hey, love my Heidi.
Yes, she's wonderful.
Yeah.
She's out in Boulder, Colorado. So, anyway, I was asking about star seeds, indigo children, and that topic.
Yeah. So information regarding the indigo children was coming up, and they were saying that there is a huge they being my guides, the my counsel that gives me my information, my light counsel, was that there's going to be a huge they have a huge purpose. And well, and it depends on which indigo group you're talking about, because the new I would say 20, 22, younger than that, this is that group that I'm talking about. And they have a huge purpose coming through in 2030-ish, whether it's 2030, 2036, in between that, with the change of a new world, new realization, a new way of doing things, whatever that means to us. It's just not the old way. And so, some will say, oh, no, we're just wiping, a clean slate. I don't see it as harsh as that. But there is definite change that does take place that we do have to adjust to. And we do it because it's not going to be as abrupt as we think it is. Or some are, some are putting that fear base into it, and it's not that.
But I think everybody needs to understand that a lot of what you see out there, it's all like shock value, sensationalized, fear based. They want your clicks, they want your likes, they want your views.
Yeah. And the AI is hard to, well, it's not as hard. Some is pretty easy to decide that, or figure out that it's AI. But now everything is AI. It's really hard. And I like some of it. And then some of it that's used to create false realities. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And there's no way we can stop it, unfortunately.
Really kind of funny that they started doing that to really shape people's opinions. But I hear more and more from people that I talk to, like that I saw this or I saw that, but I can't be sure that it's real. Right. So it's actually making people unplug more because they're like, well, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. And not all of it is good. A lot of it's like really crazy. But and so the good part of that is that it's making us use our intuition. It's making us go, how does this feel for me? Is this something? Hey, Mongo, much love. So WKKL is the radio station at the community college here in Barnstable on Cape Cod. And that's where I know Mongo from.
Hi, Mongo. Great to have you with us.
Yeah, so we're tripping now, way back when. So it's really cool. So we're using our intuition. It's forcing us to go, how does this feel to me? Does this feel true? It's making us use that, which I like. I like that. We need to be using our own intuition much more than we've been in the past.
And the better word for that in the paranormal sphere is discernment. And also, if you saw it once, if you saw it twice, how many times did you see it? And from who? And does it look real? But I actually think it's a blessing. I think it's a blessing for people to just pull back and say,
yeah.
And it's sort of sad.
Well, some people don't want the truth. You got to remember, they don't want the truth. People will pay to get a reading and they do not want the truth, which is, I don't understand why you're sitting down in front of me and giving me your money if you don't want me to tell you the truth, because I'm going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a guy sit down and he was going to pay me money so that I would give his soon-to-be fiance misinformation. I'm like, I'll take your money, but I'm telling her the truth, just so you know. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, people don't want the truth, and so they are kind of feeding the information that's not correct. They want more of it, you know. They want to believe that it's, and that's okay too. We're seeing that divide. People are going one side or another, and we're getting away from the need to nobody cares anymore. Like before, it was like, oh, what side are you on? And now it's like, I don't even care.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Bringing it back to astrology.
Yeah.
In the age of Aquarius and leaving the age of Pisces.
Yeah.
I think that, and correct me if I'm wrong or whatever you think, I think the end of the age of Pisces was a lot of fantasy.
Yes. And that's the liquid. That's the fluid. Pisces is water. Aquarius is water. Those are it's just very fluid.
Right. So people like construct their own fantasy, and almost to the point of people saying you could make your own reality. You can make your own perception of reality, but it's a dangerous thing when we lose the idea of what is reality.
Yeah, correct. I agree. I do have a prediction that came up, and I'm going to share it with everybody. And once again, to remember that the information that I'm sharing with you is my perception. It's how I see or receive information, and is not to be used as factual or more entertainment purposes only, we'll say. But I am definitely seeing something coming in September. So to be careful about spending now. Be careful about what you're purchasing, making large purchases, putting more on your plate financially than you need to. I would say hold off if you can. If you don't have to, make another payment or, anything like that, just be really careful. Use discernment. And that's word of the day.
The word of the day is discernment.
And it's only going to be more comfortable for you in the long run. Can you do it? Sure. Are you going to now be stressing how to come up with extra money to pay for something when we're seeing, and I'm not sure if it's like other items are going to be getting more expensive, so now you're not going to be having that extra money. I'm not sure. They're not really clear about that and said it didn't really matter. Just watch how you're spending and not to go and buy that extra thing. If you don't need another car, don't get it. If you don't need that house right now, that extra house, don't get it. Do you need that extra edition? Don't do it. Just hold off and do it after September. We'll see what's happening.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
It's always good to be a little prudent anyway.
I think so.
Especially in these rapidly changing times.
Yeah,
Good to be a little bit prudent.
Yep, I agree. So, what else? What did I want to talk about? Darn it. Oh, the last time we were talking, the last show, you had to skedaddle off the show because you had a tornado.
Yes, we actually did.
That was so scary.
It was very scary. And it was kind of like this. It looks like it's sunny and bright behind me in the window, but it really was scary out there. Right now, it's not scary out there, but it's also not sunny. It's an overcast day. I don't know why it looks like that, but it does.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were doing the show, and I kept kind of hearing things and looking over my shoulder. Yeah. And then I said, I got to go. And then the little town that we live in, although we live way out in the country, we're not really in the town. But it did get hit, and 2 people got killed. There hasn't been school because the school got hit. And it was kind of really awful.
I'm so sorry. That's awful.
You. Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. I've never been on the radio show where anybody had to leave because of a tornado.
Right.
That's crazy. Well, I'm glad that you were safe. I'm sorry for the loss in your town and your community. And We will sending prayers out that way.
Thank you. It's much appreciated. But that was a real thing early in the year for all this tornado stuff.
Yeah.
March. It was early in March too, not like now. It was actually before it was even technically spring.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right. So who wants a reading out there? You guys can ask me anything. We don't even need the cards. We can ask any paranormal questions that you have. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, I wish I wrote down the name of um the galactic civilization. They because when I was in Las Vegas in January filming with Daniel, we were walking down the street and we saw one of the ETs.
Oh,
Yeah, in living color, like right there walking down the street. And I'm like, Daniel, nudging him. I'm like, that's one of them. That's one of them. And he's like, and because we were both like, oh my gosh. So yeah, and there's I didn't know the name of the particular ET. I don't know what they want to call it. I'll have to ask them. But I did have it, and then I didn't write it down, so it was kind of new to me. And it begins with a C, and I don't know.
is that like
It was nothing I'd heard before, but they look very human.
not like reptilian or something?
No, this is a name I've never heard before. So that was really cool, and I wanted to share it with everybody, and now I can't remember. See,
Thank you.
I
It
do
makes
that
me
too.
feel better because I couldn't remember earlier. So
So there we go.
right. The funny thing is,
Right.
I remember one time I was walking with my friend and I said, I'm taking this new supplement. It's supposed to help your memory and make you sharper and less brain fog. She said, what's the name of it? I'm like,
I don't know.
um,
I don't think it's work. I'd ask for my money back.
that's too funny. So we've got Linda
Yay.
Wenzel, and she's saying, Susan, is there anything positive up and coming for me?
All right. Let's see. Let's ask for Linda. So your guides are saying right away, Linda, that they've been trying to connect with you and contact you and work with you. They're doing it in like they're saying that you're really busy, and not like a busy body, but you're always like doing stuff. And when you're doing that, they come through then. They're talking to you at that time. But they can also come to you in your dream state. They are wanting to make a deeper connection, a stronger connection with you. So I would, so how do I do that? You would just make a conscious effort when you go to bed and say, okay, hey, my guides, or whoever, you can call them whatever you want. They don't really care. Hey peeps, I'm here to listen. Come help me. I'm open to all helpful communication. All right, because you don't need any not helpful. We don't need any more not helpful communication. So, and not that they would, but that way then you don't open up the doorway to anything that just wants to come talk to you. So, all right, and I'm going to pull friendship, coming together, communication. This is this feels like this is needing to happen around your home. Are you having a party? Are you going to be having people over in your home? This is what it feels like. It feels like you're going to be gathering and doing stuff like that. And it feels good. There's the warmth. You offer warmth, kindness, caring, and people like that. And so, yeah, these are your cards. Enjoy that. And if you're not and you don't have plans, make that happen, because people need to come to you. And it doesn't have to be in your home. You just give that sense of home, that warmth, So create a place, gather people out to coffee or, something like that. It'd be fine. So.
From Roberto, are my medical problems going to be okay?
All right. Let's see. So messages, there's information that's coming your way, and you need this information. It feels like it's really important that you get clarity, and you've got questions. I don't think you're asking the right questions. This is the no card. You need more information. So I wouldn't stop at, I would dig further, or I would ask for more information, because that's what it feels like. And then they just confirmed it with yes. That's exactly what you need. You need to ask better questions. You drag someone with you through, if you're going to treatments or something like that, but you need maybe a second opinion, or you need more information, and that's quite okay. It's, don't let yourself be gaslit. Okay.
Awesome. We've got Kara Jade. Anything I need to really watch out for?
All right, Kara. Interesting. I see a woman coming that's around you. This usually doesn't happen. So I wonder if it's because I've got that ghost investigation tonight, that the spirits are already coming. I see her, like, I don't know if you sit and have tea or have coffee, but she hangs out with you in that area. And so I've just asked, are you her guide? And she says no. So are you a loved one or a family member, excuse me? And she says yes. So it's someone that is in like that warm motherly, I don't know if it's grandmother, I don't know if it's mother, but it's that mother energy. And she's just hanging out with you. She loves you. She loves that warmth that you, and it feels like warmth, like either it's coffee or tea or something, and you're drinking it and you enjoy it. That joy that you feel when you go, that creates that moment. So when we're in joy, that's how we connect with spirit. So the more you're in joy, the more you can be aware and connect. And that goes for everybody. Everybody can do it. So I hope that was helpful.
I'm going to bring this up. This is Heidi. Heidi sees big Egyptian cats around her home. This has been going on for a long time. And wondering if those are representative of like spirit animals, or have a particular meaning. They might be protectors.
Yeah, interesting. It's like my cat right there. It's not real. He just stays right there. Not the same as what she's seeing, but
she sees and hears.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's Anunnaki for you, Heidi. If that resonates for you. They come in mysterious ways. They're presenting themselves in a way that you would be comfortable with them. And so I would ask, when you're hearing something or you see something, I would ask and say, is this the Anunnaki people? I wouldn't be surprised. And everybody at this point, I keep saying, maybe someday. It's here. We're here. Our ET people are here. They're helping us. They're wanting us to be comfortable with them. So invite them into your world. Your people, the civilization where you came from, that you're comfortable with. That information is going to be so helpful. And so that's why you're seeing it. It's what it feels like. And then I would ask, are these, is this Anunnaki information? And are you my people? Ask a question like they would be, like you're going on a date. Ask more information. I want to know more about you. Give me, I'm curious. Stay curious. But that's what it feels like to me.
Interesting. Let me see if I can. She says, I will try that. Thank you, Susan.
Oh, you're welcome.
I definitely have an experience and most likely a contactee.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. And the Anunnaki, They they're they've got a lot of knowledge, and you are an old soul, Heidi. So that makes sense to me that you would be able to hold that information.
She said, my granddaughter calls them her guardian cats, or angel cats. I don't feel anything uncomfortable just observing.
Yeah, no, and that's kind of what it's, that slow baby steps to familiarity. I can't even say that word. To it becoming familiar. Because when they are here, and they're going to be here, and they kind of already are here, we need to be comfortable with that. And it's the slow rip of the Band-Aid, but at some point you're just going to have to take it out. It's like pulling out a dangly tooth. At some point it's just going to pop out, and
Right.
they're going to be here. So you might as well be comfortable with them now and learn and befriend and trust and all of that before it gets crazy, and you're feeling overwhelmed.
I'm going to take a minute to just say, if you're joining us late, we are talking to Susan Ahearn, the Cape Cod Medium, and she comes the last Friday of the month to be on the show with us, and she does take questions. And we're discussing some interesting topics, and you are listening to UPRN Talk Radio 107.7 FM, New Orleans 105.3 Gulf Coast. And welcome. We really love our listeners. We enjoy having you here. And I just like to do that because, like we said before the show, a lot of people come a little bit late and they never heard your name. Right?
Yeah,
they
right.
jump in on a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
They might, I didn't just say, but I should. Father Shawn's Paranormal Ministry is the name of the show. I'm in Munich. If you miss that first 5 minutes of the show, then you're just listening to people you're not sure maybe who you're listening to. Right. At the end, they might say their name again or send you to the website. Here's Roboda again. Is anyone watching over me?
We have a whole beautiful team of guardian angels, and or beautiful spirits, whether they be loved ones or in a galactic form. We have these guides that are here. They just didn't throw us on the planet and say, good luck, see you later. We have this helpful team helping us navigate, because it is going to be difficult, and we are supposed to be having this human experience. It is supposed to be sloppy, and sometimes it's a dumpster fire, and other times it's absolutely magical. And these guides help us and navigate where we're supposed to be. What is our true goal here? Why are we here? We just didn't get dropped off for no reason. So yes, everybody has somebody. Am I seeing anything for you at the moment? No, not at the moment. But it doesn't mean that they're not here, because I've got lots of things zipping around in my brain at the moment. Lots of different conversations. So, which sounds crazy.
Well, I think that we're just living in a world of spirit. Yeah. Like, I'm all the way to the other end where there's people that they're not even sure that they believe in ghosts. And I'm like, we are walking through spirit everywhere 24/7. It's just funny to me what people think and don't think. I like how they think that being indoors, the house is haunted. If you go outside, the outside is not haunted. Only the inside is haunted. That there's nothing outside. That's safety land when you're outside. Right, and probably they don't want to know the truth about that, how many encounters that you can have outside. But that, goes back to the haunted, creepy house story that has to look like the Addams Family. Oh, here we go with Carl. Do you see any change of path I need to take in my career, family, and or life?
So you have a very strong presence. Masculine energy was recently in human form that now guides you. Also, I think he helps you write your books. He is mentioning the need to pause. So, do you do too much, Carl? That would be the question. Do you do too much? Because if you do and you're not taking that pause, it's really important. And once again, they're showing me like your central nervous system. It's important at this time for what's happening on the planet and what's happening beyond in our solar system, that you need to maybe slow down just a little bit. You know, they would like it big, but they're saying if we just ask a little bit, they would be happy with that. So yeah, try not to schedule in a pause, because I think you are an overachiever. You totally are an overachiever.
And he's a very interesting person. When he comes on the show, he's usually here to talk about Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm.
But he's had a myriad of different kinds of paranormal experience. He's not all about Bigfoot, but he's our Bigfoot person. We don't have another Bigfoot person.
That's cool.
And he's had so many encounters that, of course, he knows, like when he's driving, he knows what he's looking for and recognize what he's seeing.
Right. I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know
what to look at. Yeah.
No. So he's a fascinating person.
Yeah. I had a wonderful communication. I was a guest, and friends of mine brought me out into the woods. Wojo and Richie, they're from Banter with Richie B, and they are in the Bridgewater Triangle, which is not too far from here. It's about an hour from my house. And we were walking through the woods, and they're like, see this and see this and see. I'm like, oh, I wouldn't have. So I begin to wonder how many people walk through the woods and you're marching right through Bigfoot territory and you're not even clued in.
You don't even have a clue of what you're. And my daughter, Brianna, she said when she went to college, she was studying different kinds of trees was part of what she learned. Not that you have to learn that in college, but she did. When you do that, then when you look at a forest, you see it completely differently. Like before that, you just see trees. There's some are pine trees and some are regular trees. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is once you have experiences and you learn things, there's a depth there that you're able to see that before it just was.
Yeah, you just walk through blindly. Yeah.
Right. And you wouldn't think anything of it, wouldn't remember it, wouldn't even find it interesting because you just don't know.
Right. And I'm not I'm an hour away from where they are. And so I went back to my woods and I'm like, I wonder if I've been walking past all these signs in my woods. And my woods do not have any of their stick configurations and their archways and none of that. None of it. I'm like, then I was kind of sad. I'm like, oh, I wanted some,
Yeah, but from having Carl on the show, I learned a few things. Like he said, how he communicates, which became my list of things that I make sure I never do if I'm walking in the woods. Right? No whistling.
Is it whistling? Right. And why are they no whistling? They don't like whistling?
If you whistle, they'll answer you back.
So why not whistle? Don't you want to communicate?
No. Oh. I want to take a walk in the woods. I make jokes about it. I'm
not a good whistler, so they'd be like, "What the
heck am not
is
either.
That noise?"
Also, the banging on the tree trunks, like in a pattern. If you were like
the tree
bang,
knocks,
bang, bang, and then you listen and they go bang, bang, bang. Yeah,
I could do. See, I would do that. I'd be like, "Talk to me." They'll be like, "Oh, there's a crazy lady coming." Yeah,
I don't know if I would do that. It depends on how deep in the woods I was. I don't know if I was by myself, but I don't usually go way deep into anything by myself.
Right.
Like, I'm a reluctant paranormal person in the first place. This is the thing that I had my whole life. People
See, I
thought,
am like, go for it, run.
she's
Like
an
I run into
investigator. I'm like,
danger.
no,
Yeah, that's
I'm not really a parent. I've done it,
mhm.
but that wasn't my path. Like, I wasn't like, gung ho, please lock me in till 7 a.m. at Eastern State Penitentiary. That's not
Right.
me.
That's
That
not
sounds
you.
like PTSD to me. But I'm into it.
See,
But I
I would
was
only
in
be
it
like,
from experiences.
yeah, I just wouldn't. I need my sleep. I don't know about, and maybe that's because I'm getting older. I just need my sleep. I don't want to be bothered. I don't want noise. Like, I want to sleep. And so I'm not good for an all-nighter. I'd be like, they'd be probably walking around me, whoa, and I'd be like, shut up,
Yeah.
turn to sleep.
Yeah. She's like that. When something come to the door, and what was it that you said to the thing that came to the door?
Oh, when it was knocking.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Oh shoot, no, I don't know. But like if it's running around the house and stuff, I'm like, if I have to get out of bed, if you're making a mess, like if they're making a mess, oh my gosh, I'd be so mad. So if I have to get out of bed and come into the other room and see what you're doing, you're all in trouble.
That's like,
No.
Mama, don't make me come in there.
Right?
You don't want me to come in there. That's
And
mama mode.
then everything was quiet, and I was like, huh, good. I rolled over and went to bed.
Yeah.
Don't make me. It ain't
Right.
gonna be pretty.
Yeah. So we've got Travis Davidson.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Travis.
Hi, Travis.
Miss America, wave for Travis.
Yeah.
Do you? That's our thing. Do you see any big changes for me this year?
I do, Travis. This is exciting for you. I feel like something that you have been working on, kind of like a dream. You were able to like sit with it long enough that now it's bubbling up. It's like yeasty bread rising is what it feels like. It's been rising in you, and now it's time. Now it's time to pull it together. And it's going to just fall like dominoes. It's all going to come in together. Now, if part of that idea doesn't come together, then you just let that go. I don't want to see you struggle or force, because sometimes you like to force things to make things, work. You don't have to do this now. This is it's timing. It's perfect. If it happens, it happens. It doesn't, just let it go. It's like a butterfly. Boop, boop, boop. It'll fly away, and it wasn't meant for you. So it's a trust that you're on the right path. Trust that this thing that you've been working on is now going to grow into something amazing. And it's a lot of joy in the heart too. Like, you're excited about this. So I'm excited about it for you. So,
And that's so interesting. And you said a very potent word for these times, which is trust. I think everybody's really rickety on trusting not only the current state of the world, but even to some extent, when we were talking earlier, to bring it all back around, when we're talking about intuition and discernment, we're talking about trusting yourself a little bit too.
Right. Yeah.
And we've got Carrie. I'm in a season of huge healing and shifting back to my true path. Could you read anything up ahead for me at this time? Thanks.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it feels like you're in it. It almost feels like at times it was quicksand for you. They're showing me you're standing in quicksand. And they're saying it's all on how you perceive things. Now, when I was little and I used to watch Gilligan's Island, and he used to get stuck in quicksand, I used to always look for quicksand. I wanted to get stuck in quicksand because I thought it was exciting.
And you also like to go on paranormal investigations, so you could like draw a little line there Well,
I'm
I
a
can't get
little.
stuck in quicksand,
Yeah.
but I can
Right.
go to this completely scary place and hope that something just completely epic happens to me.
Yeah. So it's all in perception. So
It's all in
quick, right?
perception.
Quicksand is exciting to me. So I think if you look at this kind of this quicksand thing that you're standing in, it's not as scary anymore. Because
Mm.
like Gilligan on Gilligan's Island made it out of the quicksand, we can make it out of the quicksand, right?
We're
So
old.
it's
A lot of people might not know who Gilligan
I yeah.
is.
Oh, I've just
Oh, can you imagine?
the SS Minnow. Well, it's a good thing then.
Yeah.
If you don't know who Gilligan's Island is, what it is, look it up, watch it. It's a good watch. It's very neutral.
It
There's
started off in black and white.
it started off in black and white. So there you go. They wore the same clothes for how many years? The poor
Right.
people. Yeah,
Yeah. But
but it
their
was one of
clothes
my
weren't
favorites.
falling apart. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. So I'm seeing that you're standing in quicksand. Oh, it took a quick left, didn't it? Poor thing. Um, but they want you, as you're going through this healing phase for you, it's a matter of seeing it in a different way. So shift, instead of like jumping to emotion, kind of sit with it and look at it a little bit differently and go, just take a moment to look before you react, respond, and emotionally invest in anything. Just kind of look at it. They want you to really kind of, because your feet are stuck. You can't run. You're kind of like glopping through quicksand. So they're slowing you down for a reason. Take this as a cue. Look slowly. Be discerning. Once again, there's that word again. It's just they're saying look very carefully and see how does this feel to me. Once again, they're bringing you back into that light source. How does this feel to me? How do I feel about this decision of where I'm going? Don't make any big decisions, big purchases, big anything for you is definitely, they're saying that's very important not to right now, unless you have to. And if you do, really think it over. Ask a friend, bounce stuff off of someone that you can trust. That's that word again. So, but yeah, you've got some good stuff coming. You've got some really good stuff coming because once you can navigate and figure out what the quicksand is, it dissipates. It goes away. Now you're not slow anymore. You're not kind of trudging slowly. Now you can do what you need to do.
And she says, LOL, yeah, I know what this means. Yeah, I watched Gilligan's Island as a kid. It's a belief in my soul. Parts are literally stuck in this. And we got another Gilligan's Island fan that put 3 hours.
3 hour tour.
That made me start to hear the song in my head.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. We're all going to be in a 3 hour tour.
Right. That was fun. So, we're at 10 minutes till. We might be able to do one more.
Okay.
If we get one more, we'll do one more.
Yeah. Can we do one more plug for Sharon?
For sure.
Yeah. So we'll maybe do a little update. I can do a little update. Do you have an
Sure.
update that you have?
Sure.
She's doing her testing now. She's doing a lot of all her pre-testing. And it does look like they're going to do 3 treatments to try and shrink the tumor that is in her jawbone. And that will help take less bone than they have to, which is really important. And
we don't have a definitive surgery date yet, I don't think.
no,
The pre-treatments may help
right.
make the whole situation better and could help her improve. Our audience does not know her whole condition. We haven't said that yet.
Oh,
So,
no, I did not.
Yeah, it's very serious. And
Very
she will
serious.
need a very extensive surgery and maybe be in the hospital for as long as a month afterward.
Yeah. And that's if everything goes ideally. So that
Right.
would be huge. So she has bone cancer or a type of bone cancer, correct? Or is it just a tumor in her lower jaw?
Well, that's still bone, right?
I guess. Like, I don't want to say it's something it's not, but they
Right.
have to remove her lower jaw, and they're going to need to put a feeding tube in. And she's lost a lot of weight
Right.
in a short period of time, and she didn't have a pound to spare.
Right.
So, keeping Father Shawn in your thoughts and prayers, because he's going through this. He's been so strong, and
Right.
he's such a trooper, but he's, he can't work, she can't work, they can't pay the bills, and the mortgage and the doctor bills we don't even want to think about. Yeah, they're going to start piling up. So any dollar you could spare would is going to go directly to support Sharon at this time and Shawn at this time.
Right. And we will put the link in this episode below on YouTube.
Yeah, that would be
I
wonderful.
don't know if I can put a link in the chat room. I've never tried to do that.
I don't know either,
But
you can always check
go
out my website. Not my website. On Facebook, you could go Susan Ahearn. I don't have it on my Happy Medium page, only because I've had hackers try and finagle every time I put something on there, so I don't really use that. So,
And of course, and I didn't say this before, which I usually say, Father Shawn's website, ghostbegone.biz. And you can see that on the screen. And that's a good place to ask questions. And also, if anyone wants to buy his books, that helps him.
exactly.
And also, if you buy books from his website, you can get a signed copy.
Yeah, lovely. And your contact right there, you could just contact Annette, reach out to her by Gmail, and she could give you the information if you really can't find it and you really would love to help out, or just send well wishes. All will be accepted.
Right. And my contact email is annette.munich@gmail. And that's a lot of N's. ANNETTEMUNNICH.
Yeah.
So people usually mess up my name.
Yeah.
But
I do.
if you can remember that, I'm very
The two
accessible.
N's.
Also on Facebook, friend me up.
Mm-hmm. All right. How else? What else? Anything else we need to say before we take off?
We got a comment. They ate a lot of coconut pies. Where did they get the pie crust? That is a good question.
Yeah.
We're back to Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, that's a Gilligan's Island reference. Well,
Right.
They only had a lot of coconuts, so you had to eat what you had. So
Right.
They were very resourceful.
Right, very resourceful.
Yeah.
What would you make pie crust out of? You've got me. You're not supposed to think that deep about it. That
And you know
underlying.
what? I think that's why I love coconut pies.
Yes. Well,
I don't eat them, but I'm like, oh my God, I love coconut pies. I don't eat coconut pies.
Why?
I don't know. I don't make them. I wouldn't know how to make one, but I just love them.
Hard. Okay, look, I'm going to help you. You could make a quickie coconut pie. You ready?
Go.
Vanilla pudding instant.
Okay.
Coconut.
Okay.
Crust.
Good.
Whipped cream.
Eat it.
One cherry on top. If you want to be fancy.
Para.
There you go.
That's it. All right.
Not
I'm going to
only-
make one.
Yeah, because you can get those pie crusts and bake them, or you can get the graham cracker crust.
Yeah, I'll do the graham cracker.
Okay, now it's instant. Look, you're 5 minutes away from a pie.
5 minutes away from 10 pounds, too.
Sugar-free vanilla pudding. Now we added sugar-free.
There it is.
Handful of coconut, whipped cream, cherry, all good.
There you go. I'm going to do the Gilligan's Island coconut pie diet.
We're all going to eat coconut pie for Easter, and it's from Gilligan's Island, and we'll only know why. Carrie said, LOL, love it, and that we need to laugh in these difficult times. Yes, we do. Mm-hmm. We most certainly do. If you believe that the darkness has taken over, you need to know that the darkness doesn't want us laughing.
Right?
The darkness likes, I don't want to say demons because people don't like that word, but I just said it. Likes chaos, likes division, likes hopelessness, likes hatred, hates
Mistrust.
joy, hates laughter,
Mhm.
hates unity,
Mhm.
hates all of those good things,
Compassion. Hates it.
compassion. So, if you know that that's the flavor out there, it's easy to be like, yeah, well, that's just the darkness. And
2
it's been
scoops of
here for a
joy.
while. 2 scoops of joy. And I got another person happy. Now diabetics can eat it safer. Thank you. Y'all didn't know you were coming to hear the coconut pie. You didn't know you're 5 minutes from coconut pie.
Whew.
Now I want it too.
Right? Well,
So
I love everybody that listens in, and even if you didn't call in, everybody is just so amazing, and I'm just so thankful, and I feel so blessed. So thank you, Annette, and Shawn for inviting me on every month, because you guys are family, and all our listeners are family.
right. And we just have the best time, and we have really great chatters, and we love our chatters. Carrie said juju is what I call demons. It causes them to run when we laugh. Do you remember? I have to say this really quick. There was an old movie called The Witches of Eastwick.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson was in that movie. And in the end, how they kind of got out of it all was they started laughing.
Oh, interesting.
And that broke all of the oppressive
the
stuff
cords
going on around them. And
That's
they
right.
started laughing, and it lifted them higher. They, through laughter and through joy, they lifted themselves up out of that realm of darkness, oppression, da-da-da.
Yeah.
With that being said, it's 4:58. We're going to find out. Oh, Michelle Wilfong's here. Michelle. Hey, girl. Hey.
Yeah.
Miss America, away from Michelle.
That's right.
Find out about your website, and we're going to ask everybody to stay tuned for Carrie Lynn Shellhorn at Spirit Switchboard.
That's it. Go check out Cape Cod Happy Medium.com. And I will see you next time.
Yes, and we look forward to it. Everybody have a wonderful night and a wonderful weekend. And thank you for all your prayers and all your help in this situation with Father Shawn and Sharon. We appreciate it. And with that being said, yes, Miss America, wave goodbye.